Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another Watcher of Realms video. I realized that I haven't really talked about any of the leaks, and I had some comments on my video where I went through the Forerunner patch notes talking about the unnamed faction changes. I want to add a little bit to this as I've talked to some, other players in Discord, and I joined the Destined Leakers Lounge, which is basically Destined is another content creator who, goes through the game files, finds some different interesting things, leaks some new things that could potentially happen in the future. Again, they're leaks, so subject to change, all of that good stuff. But I wanted to talk about that, and I got some comments saying, hey, my thumbnail said that, they're adding more unnamed heroes to the game. Now, I have checked the test server. There's no one in the gallery currently, but let's go through some of the leaks in the leakers layer. So I'm going to pull up his Discord. I don't feel like adding these all in post. So we're just going to go live view some of the stuff we got going on in here. Okay. So we have some interesting stuff for sure. Whoa, it's raining really hard. Very first thing I want to talk about is the new anniversary fusion. Now it's interesting because I see fireworks, and the anniversary is, I think, July 5th or something like that. Comment below if you know the exact 1 year anniversary of Watcher of Realms. I'm not quite sure, but I think it's somewhere around July 4th, which in America is our 4th of July. We light off a lot of fireworks, so that makes perfect sense. We have a picture here with the new girl who I heard might be quite insane. Anniversary fusion is what he's saying. And here's our farmer stuff. This is quite interesting. I do like games like that. Honestly, I really liked Pal World. I'm actually been itching to play Pal World recently. They've added some new patches. I might have to get in there, but anyways, we got some stuff. You got a lumberer. You got, is this the cook? I think that's the cook. You got a miner, and you got whatever that is, gold. This is auction house dude. I don't quite know, but we're gonna have some cool stuff added into the game there. Something small to do. Dragon Hunt was another game I played. Is that the name of that really popular game, that mobile game, Dragon Hunt, I think? It was a pretty cool game that came out. I had a lot of similar base building stuff, which I enjoyed, so that'll be interesting. Now, here's what I was talking about. Ymiret, I guess is the name, Ymiret. I think people have been calling him the Frost Dragon, Frost Drake, etc., but this is going to be the second member of Unnamed. Now, I'm not very familiar. I'm not super familiar with how they do leaks. Now, I don't know if this is the overall upgraded range or if this is the base range. I'm not quite sure what they can see in the game files. Comment below if you know, or Destined if you guys watch this video. But anyways, I'm using some of your content, by the way. Check out these guys. I will link Destined's channel below. I don't like talking about other content creators or using anyone else's stuff without linking their channel below. I will definitely link his channel below. I'll probably even link his Discord below, so you guys can join that. I have no affiliation with them, but I just really like what they're doing and enjoy it and want to cover it. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. But yeah, looks cool. So Ymiret is his name. When deployed, unleashes Frost Domain, inflicting slow on all enemies with 2 tiles and extending the effect duration of freeze on them by a percentage to a maximum of whatever. The hero gains crit damage increase. Physical attack basic. Deals AoE damage to the target and their surrounding enemies, hitting up to X enemies. Someone was saying that, oh, if it says it does AoE damage, it always hits every target. I've had a couple people comment that, and that is not true. There is, I believe, always a limit to the number of targets. For example, Lightlock back in the day used to be really good as a damage dealer, but then they nerfed the amount of enemies he could hit from like 40 to like 7 or something. I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. But anyways, there's definitely a limit to how many targets you can hit, even for AoE skills. So here's the ultimate, Frostworm ultimate. When activated, ascends into the air, expanding the attack range and increasing block. Block. He's in the air and he can still block. Does that mean he can block air targets? Basic attack now turns into Frost Breath, dealing AoE damage to the target and their surrounding enemies, hitting up to X enemies and inflicting X stacks of deep freeze on them. Allies within the talent range will receive freeze immunity during the effect duration. Reduces movement speed. Why would you need to reduce movement speed when you're freezing them? I guess deep freeze is not actually a freeze. Upon reaching X stacks, they will be frozen. Okay. Okay, interesting. Frostbite passive. When targeting enemies inflicted with freeze or slow, ignores a percentage of their defense. When deep freeze on any enemy triggers freeze, deals an additional magic damage. He deals physical damage with his basic, but deals magic damage with his proc. I don't know that that's right, but maybe. Again, I don't know how accurate this is going to be. They can, of course, change this. I mean, he's not even on the test server yet. I just checked the test server. Usually they add him in the gallery ahead of time, and then we get a copy of the hero. So he's not even added. So they could do a lot of changes. So just another disclaimer there. But when targeting enemies inflicted with freeze or slow, ignores their defense, deep freeze, deals extra magic damage. I read that. Okay. When deployed, gains something of scale armor. When possessing scale armor, deals higher damage to closer enemies. Up to a maximum. I mean, he can't really deal damage that far away. I'm wondering if this is his beginning range now that he says that. Anyways, when receiving up to blah, blah, blah stacks. When the ultimate ends, restores scale armor to full stacks. Increases damage and all damage reduction. Interesting. Oh, this guy's a fighter too. I totally forgot. Okay, so he's a fighter. That's why his block matters. And he goes up and it's just weird to see a fighter for a dragon. I don't know. I just totally was assuming he was like a mage, but yeah, okay, he's a fighter, so that's why he goes up in the air and extends his attack range to be further. Okay, and his block to whatever. What is his block? 2? Okay, block starts at 2. His attack is very low, extremely low for a fighter. Extremely low for a fighter. 4718. Isn't that like wildly low? If I go to my, what am I doing? Interactive gallery, and I go attack for fighters. So if I go to class fighter and we rate by attack, I'm pretty sure that is like really low attack. Why is this not working right now? What happened here? Oh, I got it. Something's wrong with my site. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's just not filter, I guess. Ardea. Yeah, 4,000 attack fighter. He's like the worst hero in the game for, at least in terms of attack. Holy crap. That puts him like, that puts him really low. That puts him like with the epics. Interesting. Interesting. Very low. 4718. Where exactly does that put him? Okay, so on the first page still, but okay, so it puts him down with, you know, some of the weaker legendaries, 4,700, about the same as Araka, who does miserable damage, about the same as Apsan, who does miserable damage. But again, attack doesn't mean everything, because look, you got Zillatu down here with awful attack, and you got Apsan and Araka, who literally cannot deal damage at all, right next to them with the same amount of attack. So that doesn't necessarily mean everything, but yeah, okay. So interesting. This is one of the next unnamed. Now, the way that this new, oh, I didn't even talk about it. Sorry. The way that this new buff works in, what even game am I playing right now? Forerunner patch notes. Okay, sorry, been a long day already. This buff right here to my boy. It's going to be interesting how this works, because now that we have 2 team members, I read this as every unnamed gets 4% damage, but everyone else thinks this means that for every unnamed faction team, everyone in the team gets 4% damage. I feel like that can't be real, but I don't know. Comment below. What do you guys think? I read this as every time you have any hero in the unnamed faction, they get 4% bonus damage. That's how I read this. And because it says Ancient Blood can coexist with other Lord skills, that means you don't have to put your Ajax in the Lord slot, because you can still use it from others. And if he's in there, then all unnamed get 4%. But maybe this is everyone in the team. I don't know. We'll have to see. Does that mean if you have 2 of them? See, but then I would think if you have 2 of them, that's 8% damage for your whole team. I feel like that's too strong. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm not quite sold on that yet, but I don't think we'll have any more information. And you know, the game is made in Chinese and it's translated into English, so the tooltips and patch notes are rarely perfectly correct, but we'll see what happens, I guess. We'll see what happens. Okay, Awakens. When the ultimate is triggered, deals X damage to a maximum of X enemies in range. Again, there's the max targets. Inflicts freeze on them for X seconds. Increases attack. See, and there's nothing about aura, there's nothing about faction buffs or anything in here, unlike Ajax. While the ultimate is not activated, there is a blah, blah, blah to trigger deep freeze. Additionally, the effect duration of deep freeze is increased by X seconds. Attack range +2. Wow. I've never seen that in an Awaken. I've never seen an Awakening that says attack range +2. I was wondering why his attack range was so weird. This, I don't think we even have in the game. So now the +2 makes sense because then it matches Oraka. I was really confused about that in the beginning of when I started talking about that. So that makes sense now. Add rage +2. Again, I'm going through this for the first time, so bear with me. After using the ultimate, increases its effect range permanently. Interesting. Interesting. Hammer Girl. I was always wondering about this girl because she's been in the Pope cinematic from the very beginning, and I've never seen anything about her. She looks like a paladin to me. She looks like the girl from Awakened Chaos era, that black girl, Yolanda. That's what she looks like. She's a copy of that with a big-ass hammer. Okay, increases max HP by 30%. Does this girl scale off max HP? Attack is pretty high. The current HP, the higher the hero's vulnerability up to 30%. So when she's high life, she takes more damage. That's how I read that. I think that's what that means. She's a Supreme Arbiter, by the way, which I have Pope and I have Supreme Arbiter. So I love Supreme Arbiters because they all buff my Pope and I like Pope a lot. Physical damage deals single target damage. Manual ult, when activated, restores 75% HP. That's a lot. During the skill, she's a fighter also? Yeah, fighter. Okay. During the skill effect, increases max HP by 60%, damage dealt, and reduces attack speed. Why would you want that? All lasting for 20 seconds. This effect will be permanent upon the second activation, similar to Ymiret. For every 3 basic attacks, the 4th basic attack will deal 250% damage. It's weird that you want high attack speed, but then the ultimate reduces your attack speed. That's just weird to me. Will deal 250% damage along with defense penetrating damage equal to 100% total damage the hero has taken previously. So that means you want high HP, but you want low defense. Otherwise, because you don't want to mitigate a lot of the damage, you just want to be able to tank the high damage. The accumulated damage taken will reset once it takes effect. And it won't exceed her HP again. So a lot of her damage will scale on HP. What I don't like is, oh, it says physical attack. It doesn't say if it even scales off HP, but I'm hoping that all of her damage scales off HP, but I don't know that that's true. 31,490 is her HP. So if I go here and go to the gallery, is that high HP? I don't actually even know. So if I go here, low HP, high HP, 30K. What was hers? I have way too many things open on my computer right now. What was her HP? 31,497. Let's use Alt Tab. 31. Yeah, it's the highest HP in the entire game by a mile. Wow. Okay, interesting. I was not expecting that. I don't think I have all the heroes on here, but dude, that's a lot of HP, man. Interesting. I mean, even people who scale off HP like Gluttony is way down here at 23K. Interesting. So she has a massive HP pool. Her attack is actually quite high, even though I don't know if she's even going to deal damage based on attack. Interesting. What else we got? Where even was I? Inflicts suppressed state on enemies, whatever that means. When attacking a target with suppressed state, deals additional damage. All damage received from enemies not inflicted with it is reduced by 30%. Interesting. Switching targets removes suppressed state. Okay. The caster receives 30% more damage from the suppressed unit. That's weird. It's just weird. So everyone she attacks deals more damage to her, but ones that she doesn't attack doesn't deal more damage. It actually deals less damage. That's a weird. And then increased damage in arena. What's her cost? 17. What was the cost of the other dude? I forgot to look at the cost. 18. Okay, so no 500 cost units so far. That's great. I like to see that. I really do not like very, very high cost. Oh, one other thing. 1 range. Again, I don't know if this is fully built or base range. I'm not quite sure. Don't know. Okay, or do I just stop it here? That was a big discussion, 16 minutes. We've gone through 2 of the heroes and some of the other leaks. Maybe we leave the last 1, 2, 3 heroes for the next video. I think we're going to do that. So, okay, if you enjoyed this video, kind of an impromptu, you know, going through some of the leaks and all that. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button. Leave a comment below. What do you think? And feel free to join the Discord and take a look yourself. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for the video. Interesting. We got lots of stuff coming. Nothing official yet. Once we see them on the test server, in this gallery section, then I will know that they're official. Currently, everything we know of is already here. However, lately they've been kind of, you know, doing the test server at the same time as the Forerunner. So I don't really get any information very early anyways, but that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, leak part 1, I guess I'll call this video. So that's it. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys. I really want to hear what you guys think about Ajax. Am I right, or is everyone else right, or are none of us right? I'd love to hear your comments on if you think Ajax will buff everyone in his faction only, or everyone in the team. That'd be crazy, but I don't know. Maybe that's the way it works. Who knows? We'll never know until it comes out. So that's it. Have a great day. See you guys. Oh, by the way, if you want to purchase anything, use the link below. Really helps me out. Yeah, it's becoming not very profitable to make these videos anymore. So I don't know how much longer we'll do it for, but that's it. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.